Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kid Show. Today we have to talk about Sega, and I actually covered this in my live stream, but I think it's very important and warrants its own video because, the big speakers of the gaming community, like, I'm specifically talking about Young Yeah, being in the wallet of Sega, he obviously is probably going to conveniently avoid this topic, but to get into it, Sega Man has created a fucking insane patent. Absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, this is coming from Game Rant, and the title is Sega patent could spell bad news for gamers. Yeah, isn't that the understatement of the week? A recently published patent registered by Sega appears to offer preferential treatment to players that spend money in game. And it goes for more than just one game. It's actually pretty insane. We gotta dive into this. And a Sega patent suggests the introduction of a prioritization system in games, where players who spend more money receive preferential treatment. The patent outlines benefits such as quicker HP recovery, higher rare item drop rates, and access to additional content for players who spend a significant amount of money. So we're talking clear pay to win mechanics, or, literally being treated nicely. Basically getting the type of stuff you would want in a game naturally by putting in the time and effort. But no, instead it's going to be held for individuals who happen to put up the money for it. And mind you, this is a patent. It doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. It's just a patent. There are thousands upon thousands of patents that are created just specifically so a company has the rights to whatever they come up with. But most patents actually don't even come to fruition. So, when I'm saying that I'm concerned, yes, it doesn't mean that this patent is going to come to fruition, but the fact that Sega is actually thinking this way is insane. This is pretty much the extreme of extremes, let's be real now. While encouraging players to try new games may seem consumer-friendly, the end result is more monetization, requiring players to spend more money to unlock benefits. A Sega patent could spell bad news for gamers, as the patent hints at plans to introduce a prioritization system in games where paying more money gives them better treatment. More specifically, Sega's patent describes a system that encourages a player that has spent a significant amount of money in one game to play another game by giving them preferential treatment. So it's like, yeah, you're... It is insane. It's like, okay, so we've distinguished by the amount of money you spent in our game that you are a whale. You are a fucking piggy bank. You are a cuck for the game. So let us do this thing by encouraging you to go to another game in which you are treated nicely so that, you can dump your loads of fucking money, like the pay pig that you are, into our other games as well. Be a good little pay pig. You clearly are in this game. Now go be a good little pay pig for the other games too. Insane. It's insane they actually created this deceitful, disgusting practice. The expansion of monetization in video games has rapidly grown over the past 2 decades. What started with Horse Armor DLC in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and that's sad that that is the main thing that game is known for. Elder Scrolls Oblivion happens to be one of my favorite games of all time. I did not buy the Horse Armor because, I was more... to me, the priority was convincing my dad at the time, because I was like 13, mind you, convincing my dad at the time to pay for my Xbox Live. That was my main and only priority of that time. I did not have the luxury being able to buy much DLC. The only DLC I remember even buying 7th gen was probably specifically Call of Duty 4 maps. Other than that, yeah, don't remember too much about them times in regards to paying for DLC. But with the Horse Armor DLC and Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion has grown into a massive industry for microtransactions. Even subscription-based video games have fallen out of popularity, replaced by premium battle passes, gacha systems like loot boxes, and increasingly expensive premium stores. Mobile gaming has particularly egregious examples of monetization, and make no mistake about it, guys, they want to bring those egregious practices from mobile into our gaming space. They want you to pay full price for a video game and then accept mobile monetization. So yeah, that and if they can ease you into it, all the better. But that is the goal at the end of the day, right? It's been working for many years to ease us into doing things that 15 years ago we would freaking scream at these companies for doing. We went from crying that Street Fighter 4 had on disc DLC that was locked behind a paywall to now just paying $20+ for skins or paying for all these loot boxes. It is insane how far things have come over the course of time. With gameplay systems that push players to spend money for broader access to gameplay. Sega's recently published patent takes monetization a step further, however, titled Recording, Medium, and Information Processing that guide users to utilize plural functions. The patent aims to encourage players to spend money by rewarding them with preferential treatment in other games. Basically, as a player spends money in one function, what the patent labels a game, so function is a game, they gain ranks that gives them preferential treatment in a second game. They want to give you a ranking system of how much of a fucking pay pig you are. Wow. Wow. Remember the days where we wanted to earn our ranking in COD? We get to that big level 55 back on COD 4. Then hey, prestige and then start all over again. Those were the only rankings we were working to get back in the day. Now you got to get pay pig rankings. That's what Sega's aiming for here. Be a good pay pig, earn that ranking. Getting your rankings in video games isn't enough anymore. You got to get pay pig rankings now. Yeah. This is where gaming is headed, guys. This is so disgusting. Reading this over again makes me want to blow a gasket. Like literally like I feel this pain and my eyeballs about to explode. An example of what Sega is saying is provided within the patent. A player spends a certain amount of money, such as 5,000 yen or 10,000 yen. They are then assigned a rank after exceeding this threshold of money spent, and are given a title private or private first class. These thresholds also unlock a license, which can apply to another game. In this second game, the player may be given bonuses like shortened recovery time for stamina, HP, free recovery of stamina, HP, character evolution without resources, additional lotteries or quests rewarding high rarity content, and so on. Yo, just straight up to the point, man. Just giving the players what they want based on how much money they're recorded to be spending. Recording to their spending rank. Oh my god. While not explicitly stated, the patent appears to be referencing a style of free-to-play mobile games with heavily monetized gameplay systems. Like I said, guys, they want to bring mobile monetization to our video games. These types of games can be difficult to start, especially if players are already invested in another free-to-play game, offering a similar experience. Sega's patent aims to take the transition to a new game more rewarding for those who feel like they can't leave an old game due to how much they've spent. And that is a problem. That is actually a huge problem. Why I feel a lot of free to play games do tend to fail. A lot of service based games, I mean, more than anything else, tend to fail. It's more so people are so invested in the service based games that already exist for them to devote all that extra time to a new service based game is very difficult. While I do think most service-based games tend to be garbage to begin with when they launch, that is a natural problem that a lot of new service-based games that are implemented tend to have. To get people to leave your Fortnites, your Apex Legends, whatever else is out there. I don't know if people still play PUBG or not, but to get them to leave those games, I have an insane amount of skins on Fortnite. You think I'm going to just completely ditch Fortnite after all the stuff that I've earned to go play the next service-based game? Hell no. Hell to the fuck no. Encouraging players to try new games by offering them benefits may seem like a consumer-friendly position. Yeah, in the just by that, yes. But when you include everything that's involved in this patent, it is the exact opposite. It takes a thing that they want to, a good idea to encourage players to try new games, and completely just makes it the most devious, greedy fucking thing a company can think of. It's insane, right? But the end result is still seemingly more monetization. Players would have to spend more money in one game to get preferential treatment in another. They'd receive benefits other players wouldn't have access to. There's no challenge or gameplay involved. It's simply a matter of spending a certain amount of money to unlock the benefits. It's unclear if work on implementing this patent in any Sega games is actively in development. It may just be a matter of time before Sega does so. And like I said, guys, this is a patent. There's, it could be a chance that nothing from this patent ever does come to fruition. But the fact that they are thinking about it, we have to assume that this is at least a possibility down the line. And the fact that this exists is absolutely disgusting. And Sega, of all companies, man, Sega's that company I want to love, but they continue to just be that piece of shit uncle that you know in your family. The cheap piece of shit scumbag uncle that is not only cheap with you, but cheap with himself. And that's Sega, man. And it's hard to love a company like that, even despite, being the company behind Sonic, behind Yakuza. They do have some great games under their belt, and they have a great, rich history. But if this becomes a thing under Sega, by Sega, this would be worse than honestly than Star Wars Battlefront 2 when that game first launched. This takes it a damn good step further, because this is something that they're using to implement across I'm assuming multiple games. And that is the insane thought process that this company has. And the fact that they think that this is okay in the gaming space, not on fucking bullshit ass mobile, but on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Nah, man. This is line stepping, man. And I refuse. You step this line and it's a wrap. But yeah, I just wanted to cover this because I know people like Young, specifically won't be covering this. Obviously, because, well, he getting that money. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, or Kick if you'd like to continue the conversation. And guys, with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.